They're Japanese quail. I've tried breeding them. I don't have a real good success rate. We've got some kings kicking around as well. But that's not what we're doing today. We're going to have another crack at this. So this is where we left it the other day. We've got to build a new barbecue sort of setup with this wok burner. Run on gas. We've got the plates there for the fire. We'll chuck them over somewhere else. But yeah. Alright, now that all the gas bottles and stuff are gone, we're going to have to take these plants out. The bases aren't actually screwed into the retainer walls, so hopefully those screws let go. I think this retainer wall's probably 6 or 7 years old. I did build the whole thing. I didn't quite know what I was doing when I did it, but we gave it a crack anyway. So let's get these ponytails out and we'll start preparing the ground. Look at the beetles. That neutral pen, it did used to be here, and the beetles are still hanging around. Look at them. I don't know if they do any harm, and the chickens like digging them up, so they can stay. Well, that's not ideal. Bottom of the pot's broken. I'm burning a little bit of scrap timber and some cardboard in there. We let it burn for a bit and then put it out because the charcoal's really good for the garden. Man, we've had a bit of rain, so there's not much risk of a fire breaking out here. Get the crowbar and we'll bust that board out. So that board can actually stay there because the new one's going on top of that. I think we're going to have to go too deep to have enough room to mount this barbecue wok burnery type setup. Okay, so I've levelled the ground out a bit there with a pick and a shovel, and we'll see how this first board sits. So it is going to need notching around this post. Keep it even the whole way along and keep it strong. So we're going to mark our notch somewhere about there. Struggle to see it. That's another 50 here, so we know that's about 100. So we'll just measure that with the tape and we'll get cutting. Could look something like that. And of course this is the bottom, so when our saw overcuts, you're not going to see it. I'll get something to clean that up and it'll be good. cut this end off flush. Now we just got to repeat that for the second one. Not real happy about this transition here, but we'll check again with that later. So we might end up putting a skinny one here, we'll see. I know I said we were going to put the wok burner thing here, but I'm actually really liking this as a seat by the fire. So we might end up making something for the wok burner and the barbecue-y stuff on this wall here, because the garden's actually significantly lower than that wall. I just wanted to keep the retaining wall the same the whole way along. So we might just pack this back in and try and get these plants resettled. I do need to cut the bottom bit of wood off this one with the recip, but my recip is at work at the moment, so not too sure what we're going to do about that. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. We'll have to do the other side at some stage. It's covered in plants at the moment, but that's coming up a treat. Just pack some dirt in behind it to make sure critters don't get in there, and yeah. Okay, I've just stripped down the offcuts from this into these, so we can do a border around that broken pot. We'll probably do all of them, but that broken one's the one we've got to deal with at the moment. There we are, that looks heaps better than seeing that broken pot, and it's a lot better alternative than screwing them through the bottom like I had done, because if you've got to move them, sometimes they smash, and you might stop the kids knocking them off when they're already playing soccer. Well, I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. Big Lex over there having a sleep. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Fire's burning down. I'll let it smoulder down a bit more before I put it out, and we can get some of those ashes out. There's the barbie plates we just salvaged from the barbecue before we scrapped it, as well as the ones I already had over the fire pit. They keep the embers down and stop any light stuff blowing away when you're having a fire. Some ply over there to go in at some stage. See old quail pens. Just the Japs in there at the moment. You can see one over there on the right. We do have some eggs in the incubator though. We'll go see how they're going. Maybe we'll see if there's any in here. It doesn't look like there's any eggs in there at the moment. I did get 3 out yesterday and chuck in the incubator. So we'll go make sure they've got a bit of water. They've got to stay humid. They've got a lot of bits of cardboard and wood in here. I like when I clean it out, I move them all around. Keep it a bit fresh for them. We'll go have a look under the house and see how the incubator's going. Few quail eggs in there, still got some water in the tray. It does need a clean out. It's we hatched chickens in there not that long ago, those ones that are tearing around outside. So yeah, we'll give it a clean out probably before those eggs hatch, so there's no cross contamination. They're looking good. Might go and feed the chickens. We've got to feed the quails. We've got to feed the finches and the other quails. These are Gouldian finches. They're native to Queensland, maybe other parts of Australia too, I'm not sure. This cage was at the old Plants on Sutton shop. It doesn't fit in the new door, unfortunately, so it's ended up in our barbecue area, which is a bit of a shame, because it's a nice cage and it's only made out of pine. There should be some quails down the bottom here somewhere, hiding. They're just king quails, also native to Queensland. We'll see if we can get a shot of them later, but I like to keep their habitat as natural as possible. Some plants, some succulents and stuff growing in there, dirt down the bottom. If the quails are a little bit slow, we'd have some grass growing there, but they eat every shoot that pops up. Haven't managed to get any breed yet. We've managed to get the quails to breed, a few japs, a heap of kings, which sometimes we sell, but nothing at the moment. Eggs in the incubator.